Hello everyone and welcome to something a little bit different to my usual Star Wars reviews. Today I'm not going to be giving you a look at any particular item, instead I'm going to give you a look at an event that I recently attended. If you follow me on Facebook or are a follower of my official blog, you'll know that this past Monday, which was May the 2nd, 2011, I indeed attended the Star Wars Fan Fun Day at Burnley Football Club here in the UK. It was a really great event, and it was especially good for me because it was my first real Star Wars convention. The whole thing was just, everything was Star Wars, and it was brilliant. There were actors signing autographs, there were various costume characters from the 501st Legion there as well. What else were there? There was stores selling memorabilia. It's just so much cool stuff to look at and do, and I was lucky enough to get a video of it all. Before I jump into the video of the event, I want to give you a look at a few things that I picked up. As I said, there were actors signing autographs, and I was lucky enough to meet a few of those actors. The first one that I met was Chris Parsons, who played K-3PO and 4-LOM in Star Wars, Episode 5 to be exact. As you can see, I did indeed get his autograph there, so that's very cool. The second actor that I met was Alan Harris, who played Bosk and various other parts in Star Wars. As you can see there, he signed it to me personally, which is really cool. He was a fantastic guy to chat to. He was telling me about all the parts that he played in the movie and all the things that he had to do and what it was like on set. He was a really cool guy to chat to, and really want to thank him for that. And finally, the final actor that I was lucky enough to meet was Chris Monk, I'm assuming that I've pronounced that right, who played Captain Kurgan in Episode 4 A New Hope. As you can see there, that's the image of him talking to Darth Vader when the scanning crew have finished their inspection of the Millennium Falcon. He is the Imperial officer who informs them that there was no one on board. And there's his autograph. Unfortunately, he was talking to my mum and dad while I was talking and getting the autograph of Alan Harris. So he didn't actually sign this autograph to me, he signed it to my mum and dad. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, I've still got his autograph and it's still very cool. And he did that for free as well. And he was a really lively guy to chat to. Absolutely crackers that fella was. He asked me what my favourite film was from the Star Wars saga. He even tested my trivia and asked me if I remembered the part that he played and the lines that he spoke in the film. So he was a really cool guy to chat to. Really made us feel welcome at the event. And I just want to thank all the actors that I was lucky enough to meet for being absolutely fantastic people and really approachable. Secondly, I was also able to pick up a couple of figures from the stalls that were selling merchandise. I was lucky enough to pick up the new version of the Jedi Luke figure from the Vintage Collection, which is this guy here. I'll be reviewing him very soon. And I also was able to pick up a Legacy Collection Captain Typho figure for my Attack of the Clones display, which is a figure that I've been on the hunt for quite some time. And then, as I said, I just got a load of photos with the 501st and with some of the actors and all that kind of stuff. And overall, it was just an absolutely fantastic day out. And if you want to read more into it, then you can check out my blog at sithlord229.blogspot.com, or you can visit my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/sithlord229, and check out all the photos that I've uploaded of the event there as well. So without further ado, we're going to cut into the video of the actual event. And before we start taking a look at all the various sites that were to be seen at the convention, we've got a few words from a certain Craig Vader. So I hope you enjoy this video, and until next time, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you. And before I forget, just before I finish up the introduction to this video, while I was there, I was recognised by a couple of people, and I want to give shout outs to those people. The first of whom being Jack and Dylan. who were the first people to come up and approach me and compliment me on my videos and tell me that they were viewers, and really cool guys as well. And the second guy that I want to give a shout out to is a regular Facebook commenter, and that's Joe, who also came up to me and said hello as well. So guys, if you're watching, cheers, I hope you had a fantastic day out, and once again we're going to cut to the video of the event, so enjoy.
Hello, my name's Vader. We're here at Burnley. It's proper more. Lots of Star Wars things for you to see. So make sure you come here next year and you might see me. Yeah. That's brilliant.
Absolutely superb. I hope you enjoyed that little piece by Craig Vader. The explanation behind his character is included in the written report of this event over on my blog, so check that out if you haven't already. As you'll have just seen from the previous shot, there were a couple of cardboard cutouts near the entrance to the convention, and next to those cardboard cutouts were a series of tables with some absolutely incredible model replicas of various ships, vehicles and characters from the Star Wars galaxy. The most intriguing and the biggest model that was on display at the event was this rather large replica of the Yavin 4 hangar seen in Episode 4, A New Hope. At first glance I actually thought that a lot of these model kits were Hasbro products, as they are very, very close in scale to those, but when you get up close to them you can actually really see that there's an absolute ton of detail in them, and I'm not entirely sure whether they are model kits that you can buy in the stores or whether or not someone's actually constructed these from hand, as I've never really seen anything like this in the shops. But just to get a close-up look at these model kits was absolutely incredible, and the detail and the work that had gone into them, whether they were bought products or not, were just absolutely immense, and I'll show you a bit more of that in just a minute. But next to that Yavin 4 hangar display was a much larger X-Wing, which I can only assume was handmade, as I've never seen anything this big in the stores. This was a really, really big model kit, and the snowspeeder that I'm showing you here, I think that was Hasbro scale, so you really get a sense of how big this X-Wing is. And as you can see there, there is an astromech and a rebel pilot inside it. Once again, the detail in those were absolutely incredible. This was another piece that I think was handmade. That was a stormtrooper, which I believe was about sideshow scale, just a little bit bigger in proportion. And next to that was a really big AT-AT, which I think was about the same size as the current Hasbro one. As next to that there was a full-sized under construction, I guess you could call it. You just get a glimpse of it there. That is an AT-AT walker that was under construction and is actually to scale with the figures, so it's about twice as big as the Hasbro one that's available in stores now. And once again, as I said, I will give you a closer look at the Yavin 4 display. Got a little crewman walking around with ladders and stuff like that. Just really, really cool. And once again, the detail in those were absolutely incredible. Of course, you can't attend one of these events without having your photo taken with the 501st, so there I am with the Sand Trooper and a Royal Guard. And also at the event was everyone's favourite little astromech, R2-D2, which of course, if you've been to these sort of conventions before, you'll know are usually operated by remote controls, but they have all the fully working lights and sounds inside, so that was really cool. As you can see here, at one end of the convention centre there was a really full-size scaled, full-size replica of the Death Star hallway with IG-88 and a a battle droid at either side. So that was really cool as well. And I'll show you a bit more of that in part 2 of this video that I'm going to give you a look at in just a bit. So I'll leave you with R2-D2.